Okay, as you can see here, I've got my project already set up, and every time you start a new project, you should start a new library. Okay, so you can click here, close your old library, just like that, and then come up to File, New Library, and then start a new one. Okay, very important to keep your files organized. Otherwise, this entire browser window becomes filled and it becomes very difficult to figure out what you're doing, where you are, all that stuff. Okay, so I already have the project set up. You should know how to do all this already. If you don't, ask your neighbor. Don't ask me. Watch the video again. Look it up, okay? We're at a point in this school year where you should not be asking me any questions about how to do these things. You should be referring to your neighbors first and then getting the work done. Anyway, here we go. I've launched the project. I'm going to go ahead and set this up. So what you do is you put your background in first. So you can just drag this down to your timeline. I'm going to press Shift Z to spread it out. Okay, and then I'm going to come up here, and this is Matt's intro. And so I'm going to, or outro, I'm going to put it here. All right to the end. And we're trying to make this about 20 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this back to 20 seconds, which is about right there. 20 and 1/2 seconds, 15 frames is about a half second. So here we go. And we're going to set that right there approximately. And then we're going to go over to the tools here, go to the browser for effects. As you can see, I've got some special ones set up here, but you go to keying, click keyer, and drag it onto the green screen. All right, to this green screen stuff. All right, now, as you can see him there. All right, but what you need to do is reduce his size in the frame. I'm going to go ahead and press Shift Z again to stretch it out here. Now, he's just going to pop into the frame. He kind of walks into the frame here, you know, which is fine. Actually, no, I want to trim that out. That looks kind of weird because he's not looking at the screen. He kind of looks right there. All right, so he's just going to pop in. All right, so click on the green screen video. Now, as you can see, there's some problems in that background there where it's not as clear as it should be. So you come up to effects, up to this little film strip thing, click on it, go to keyer, show keyer, click on sample color, and you can sample some of it. But if you hit his shirt, not good. So you just sample some things there that help the background look better. It looks like we're okay. I don't see any changes. He looks pretty good. All right, so what we're going to do is click here, go to this tool, which is transform. Okay, and you can see it's transform by clicking here. It says transform. And you can reduce him in the frame. And it doesn't matter about the background now, okay? So now you can just reduce his size like this. Again, this is not the ideal one, but it's okay. All right. I prefer to use the one with Andrea, but I don't have it right now. So there we go. Now we've got that. We can run through.
Right, so that's that.
And I'm going to fade the audio in right here, okay, which you should always do with all your videos. Fade in and fade out a little bit so that it reduces audio popping. All right.
So that's
and as you can see, the edge isn't quite right. I need to move him down just a bit, so I select the video again. Make sure I click on transform and just bring him down just a bit to the edge. All right, hit done, and there you go.
We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. For more content, be sure to click over here.
As you can see, this doesn't really work. He should have pointed up and not down. All right, so not great, you know, but then you're going to export it. Actually, you're not going to export this video. You're going to export XML, okay, so that I can see how you did this. All right, so again, File, Export XML, go to Previous Version. You should have it named, and I'm just going to save it on my desktop and save. And that's it, okay? That took, what, 5 minutes, maybe? All you have to do is download those files, put them together, reduce them in the frame, and you can put them in other areas of the frame, but you need to leave enough room around them so that we can, in YouTube, put videos around them. So that's it. Go Texans.